Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire Pallegina Build, full Paladin build on Pallegina. So we're sticking with a single class because Paladin has some great less tier spells. You're not wrong if you wanna go with combo of Chanter and Paladin or Fighter and Paladin. Everything is valid on Pallegina, and she's an extremely strong off tank and a great AoE buffer, as well as great single target damage dealer. This build was made to work on Pot of the Damned difficulty, and if it works on the hardest difficulty available, it will work on all other difficulties as well. Let's not waste time, let's go. Before we start with the video, I got a new channel about my cats. It's not a gaming channel, but it's a relaxing channel with a lot of gaming music, so you can chill out while doing something else. So, if you have a daughter, mother, sister, even your mother-in-law, recommend them the channel. They also gonna like it, as well as if you have cats. It will be something like a cat TV as well. Your cats will have fun too. Thanks up front for subscribing on the new channel. Let's go to the video. So, as far as Pallegina goes, we're gonna stick with athletics and we're gonna max out religion. So, athletics and religion combined. There is a reason for this, for the build I'm giving this. Active and passive skills, they're gonna scale well with itemization. So, stick with this too, and let's go to the classic leveling. The very first thing we're gonna upgrade on Pallegina is a no-brain Deep Faith upgrade for the Faith and Conviction. Up we go to level 3. The next thing we're gonna learn is athletics and religion, and now we immediately take Zealous Aura because it's just way too good to skip. And the thing we're gonna use the most is the Exalted Focus for the extra accuracy and to convert hits to crits. So Zealous Aura, aggressive Pallegina. For the next ability, we're gonna use a two-handed style, 15% more damage with two-handed weapons. So we take this passive and we take Zealous Aura, up we go to the level 4. Again, we stick with athletics and religion, and now we're gonna learn Retribution. For the weapon proficiencies on level 4, what we're gonna learn is a Morning Star. Basically, we wanna learn all two-handed weapons. We don't need range, we don't need one-handers, we don't need shields or magical implements. All we need are two-handed weapons. We start off with a Morning Star. She already comes with a Great Sword, and that's about it. We're gonna switch between Great Sword and Morning Star, okay? We don't need anything else after this. You can take whatever you like basically in the game and play with a weapon that you like, but these two, we're gonna be using them on this build for Pallegina. Okay, next, level 5, athletics, religion, next. And now comes the time to upgrade the Flames of Devotion. Yeah, bread and butter spell on Pallegina and on a Paladin as well. If you have more melees in the team than ranged characters, you're gonna use Share Flames. If you have more ranged characters, priests, wizards, druids, and so on, ciphers, you're gonna use single target with Eternal Devotion. In this case, we're gonna take Eternal Devotion on Pallegina. She's gonna be a selfish paladin in this case. And the next passive that we're gonna learn is extra armor rating when she gets hit. So we're taking Inspired Defenses. We say next to level 6, we go with athletics, we go with religion. Next. And now what we're gonna learn is a Divine Purpose, all around defenses on Pallegina. We say next, next, to level 7, athletics, religion, next. And we immediately learn Exalted Focus. We want extra accuracy and hits converted to crits, and that's all we need basically on Pallegina here. And now what we're gonna take is the Penetration with Fire Attacks, because it merges extremely well with Flames of Devotion and the Eternal Devotion. So Scion of Flame is next. Up to level 8, we're taking athletics, religion, next. And now it's time to learn all of these passives here. So we need Iron Gut, we need Clear Head, and we need Mental Fortress. We go in order: Mental Fortress, then we're gonna take Clear Head, and then we're gonna take Iron Gut. It's very important on Pallegina to have resists to all annoying things in a game. We say next. For the weapon proficiency, we go with S-Tux, the two-handed S-Tux. We go next, level 9, athletics, religion, next. And now the bigger power spike on Pallegina is also extra health with tough, resists, and immunity to disease and poisons, while also having healing down. Now, immunity to disease and poison, there are not that many enemies that gonna have that much poison damage and so on, and you can heal up with a priest, you can clear with a lot of different spells and so on. It's a waste of a point, so what we're gonna take here is tough and uncanny luck for extra hits convert to crits, and up we go to the next level. On level 10 we go with athletics, religion, and now we're taking the clear head for the perception afflictions resist, and we say next. On the next level, level 11, we go with athletics, religion, next, and now we're gonna take improved critical, 10% to crit damage, and we're gonna take spell resist flat, 10% to spell resistances. Up to level 12, athletics, religion, next. And now it's time to learn Iron Gut, resist to constitution afflictions, we say next. For the weapon proficiency, we take the pike, two-handed. Next to level 13, athletics, religion, next. Now it's time to take Sacred Immolation, because it's a great spell on Pallegina, okay? And here we're gonna take the Stoic Steel, or better to say, increased armor while standing still. She's gonna stand still a lot, so there's a lot of benefits out of it. Yeah. Next to level 14. On level 14, athletics, religion, next. Now it's also time to learn Hastening Exhortation. This is a great buff on allies. Okay, you make them quick. The quicker they are, later on, you're gonna make them nimble, so they're gonna have stride and dexterity, or they can have strong and quick at the same time. So the quicker they are, the faster they're gonna cast spells. Hastening Exhortation is literally what haste is in, for example, Kingmaker or Wrath of the Righteous. It makes allies faster, they do things faster, so we're gonna learn the Hastening Exhortation, slowly preparing for the upgrade on the next level. Athletics, religion, level 15, and now it's time to take Inspiring Triumph. When Pallegina kills an enemy, all allies gain plus 12 to all defenses. Now, level 16, religion, athletics, we say next. Huge power spike on Pallegina. What we can take is now quick and strong if there are more melees in the team. Okay. If there are more squishes in a team, then we're gonna take Zealous Exhortation with Nimble. So decide what's your team, what's your party setup. Tankier party goes with orange, squishier party goes with purple upgrade. Okay, that's how simple it is for those buffs. In this case, we're gonna take Zealous Exhortation upgrade, and we immediately go with the next skill point into Improved Will. We need Will's Will. Paladins are famous for the strong will. We're just upgrading will further like this, so nothing can dominate and charm Pallegina in battle. Next, we're taking up Poleaxe. Next to level 17, athletics, religion, and now with this extra point on level 17, we're going to take accurate empower on Pallegina, so you can actually hit something. Okay, with empowered attacks, a guaranteed hit. Next to the level 18, athletics, religion, we say next. Now we're gonna take penetration with empowered attacks, and we go to the next level, level 19, the last power spike on Pallegina. First, we're gonna take an upgrade for the Sacred Immolation, and we're going to take Sacred Sacrifice. Okay, once she drops dead, she's gonna revive with 1000 HP. Why am I not taking the Light of the Pure Zeal? It's an extremely great spell, but it takes 5 zeal to cast. Okay, it's better to spam Flames of Devotion, Hastening Exhortation, Sacred Immolation, then the Wrath of the Five Suns and so on, than to just spend all of your zeal on one spell. Yeah, so have that in mind. And of course, for the remaining point, we're going to take all power levels, prestige, as always. Next, the final level, level 20. Athletics, religion, next. The last point we're gonna put will be into Potent Empower for the increased damage with empowered attacks, and this is how we round up Pallegina as a paladin. She's a great buffer, single target damage, good off tank, nothing can pass through her defenses, okay? And what's most important, the aura. The entire team benefits 24/7 out of her Exalted Focus. For the final weapon proficiency, we can learn a Quarterstaff, so we can say we learned all two-handed weapon proficiencies. And let's see how to play Pallegina and what to do with Pallegina in combat. Usually, how you gonna open up with Pallegina? From the sneaking position, okay, you're gonna try and buff up your allies with exhortation. Good allies to buff with exhortation are of course Choti and Alot, because you want them to cast spells faster. Yeah. Now if you took the orange upgrade on the exhortation, then you're gonna upgrade it there with fit and strong and whatever it gives. I think it's dexterity as well, doesn't matter. Orange, you buff it there and you enter the fight. Purple, you upgrade, you buff Alot and Choti, and then you enter the fight. Now how you enter the fight? Very simple. You put Wrath of the Five Suns and you whack enemies with the Eternal Devotion, Flames of Devotion. After that you can consider going with a Sacred Sacrifice if there's a lot of enemies around to melt them. Okay, because Pallegina melts everyone around in this radius, in the yellow circle around her. Do not forget to trigger the Exalted Focus here, so all allies benefit out of it. And do not forget also to trigger the weapon ability. What you should empower. You should empower always Eternal Devotion, and only on mini bosses or mega bosses. You're not wasting power on classic enemies, yeah. Now let's see the itemization for Pallegina. As far as weapons go, I covered both crush, blunt damage and pierce, and slash and pierce. So we deal all type of damage in a game. There are no invulnerable enemies for Pallegina. Yeah, so we're using the Will Breaker when we need crush damage, and we're gonna use the Twin Eels when we need slash and pierce. Okay, Twin Eels is slightly better against classic enemies because it's a bit faster, but the Will Breaker has a better penetration for the boss fights. Those would be the weapons. You can use most of the two-handed weapons in a game. There's a lot of good two-handed weapons in a game, but these two are just the best ones to equip. Now, as far as cape goes, we go with a classic Fortitude Reflex Will. You can also play with classic Deflection, or you can play with a Nemnox Cloak. So those would be the cloaks of Pallegina. As far as amulet goes, Strand of Favor is great. Also you can play with Protective Eotasm Charm, and you can play with a classic Resolve. The bigger the Resolve, the tankier Pallegina is. Your choice what you want to equip. For the armor, heavy armor or medium armor, I recommend going with Nomad's Brigandine or with the 1000 Stud. If you really want to go with a medium armor, then you can go with the Iridescent Scale. For the rings, classic Fortitude Reflex Will, the other one is Chameleon's Touch. You can also play with Antonia's Signet Ring or with double Fortitude Reflex Will. This is your choice, or even with rings that give health over time, health per second. For the boots, Boots of the White are great because of the armor, resist you a lot of afflictions. You can also play with a Pathfinder boots, or you can play with a Shorewalker's sandals, okay, for the stride. As far as belt goes, and got this girdle on Pallegina, also valid the Maker's Oath Power and the classic Constitution Girdle of Mortal Protection. Your choice what you want to equip here. For the gloves, Vudika Strangling Grasp is absolutely the best on Pallegina. Also great gloves to have are Gauntlets of Greater Reliability and what was it, Hylia's Talons. These are also great, but I would rather put them on it there because of the rogue damage than on Pallegina, so I guess stick with Vudika's. Pallegina as a godlike cannot wear a helmet, so we won't cover that part. Anyways, that would be the build for the full Paladin Pallegina. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching.